whole rave thing swept me off my feet like everybody else. It was just the most exciting thing ever. My name's Richie Malone, I'm part of Xpansions. I made a tune back in 1990 called Elevation Move Your Body. I never thought that 30 years on, we'd be talking about the record, new mixes, a whole new lease of life for a new audience. The club scene became unbelievably amazing. It was a new sound, fresh, exciting. Combining that with literally taking over a field or a warehouse. No one had ever done that. Everyone went from wearing smart clothes to suddenly wearing flared jeans. They compared it to the hippie movement 20 years before. So for us, just a great vibe, great vibe. We recorded the track early 1990. The equipment back then was pretty basic. Didn't have loads of choice, we didn't have a big budget. Not a huge amount of dance records were being made in the UK. And the studio that we used was kind of more set up for bands. Luckily they had a sampler, I think we had an S900 or 950 Akai. There wasn't a set plan of, I want it to sound like this or I want it to sound like that. It was, I knew I wanted to have a big riff that was uplifting and happy, and I wanted to have some break beats. Everything else was kind of done on the spur of the moment. At the end of the session, there was maybe 4 or 5 of us with the engineer over the mixing desk hitting mute buttons to actually get a finished arrangement. It's just a totally different process to making a record to what it is now. A lot of the stuff that happened in '89, which was a lot more UK fused, break beats, we had what I call hardcore sound. So you had this real mishmash of styles. That was all thrown into the melting pot. It's going to sound crazy, but we didn't have any vocal. Martin Spreckley, he got Lizzie D, the singer, to sing Move Your Body Higher. That's all we had to work with. And I wasn't actually sure about the vocal. And I played it to, what became Optimism Records. And they went, oh, we love this, we think it's great. And I was like, About May 1990, I went to DJ at a rain dance event in Cambridge. I'd played the track a few months ago and it cleared the dance floor. So I was a bit scared to play it, but I thought, I've got to play it, it's 5,000 people here. As soon as that riff dropped, everybody went mad and it just absolutely took the roof off. A friend of mine from Freebeat sent me a link to a video filmed back in 1990 from a club in Liverpool called the Quadrant Park, and it showed a crowd reaction to the track. Of all the videos I've ever seen, this one blew me away. I'll still watch it today and it still makes the hairs on my neck stand up. If you're going to show someone what this record did to audiences back in that time, that's probably the best clip to watch. It got to number 7 in about April of '91. I suddenly realised, we might have a record here. At the beginning of the recording process, I never dreamt of having a hit. Didn't really want to have a hit. I was so in love with the underground, DJs like Fabio and Groove Rider is where I wanted to be, playing at Heaven, at Rage. When it all happened, I got thrust into the limelight, which I wasn't very comfortable with. 6 months, a year down the line, I was suddenly going on top of the pops and doing children's ITV shows. That wasn't really where I wanted to be. There's been so much attention on the record in the last sort of year, 2 years. So Phil came to me and basically said, look, there's something in this.
I was at a festival with Seb Fontaine last summer, and Simon was there, Shadow Child. He said to me about, always loved the record. I was like, Simon, you're the perfect person for this. The SL2 thing was just starting to happen for him as well. That was kind of where it was born. I kind of sold the idea to Richie, to be honest. The remix package is really, really strong. To have like Rabuk, who's the hottest kid on the block at the minute. Crystal Clear again. All the mixes were great. Lud's mix.
Yeah, great package, really crossing a lot of boundaries. Where we are now in 2019, with 1 million festivals and a huge worldwide scene, was started in probably 1989. So if you're one of those records, some of them stand the test of time. This record seems to have done that. And, I'll be honest, I'm as surprised as anyone, but obviously very happy about it as well.